at each station there's something, if you have a little extra time, that it tells you, you can look at this, you can read this extra article, there's various extension activities, okay? Any questions about what you'll engage in today? All right, it's time for your first station.
So we're doing this one?
Okay, guys, I need to grab my device too. So are you in it?
This one, the American.
So this is station 4, engaging controversy with civility. Okay, so the first thing I'd like you to do is click on the one that says the declining share of Americans.
You got a paper?
Now, I have it on paper too, but cut off the end, but you all have devices to that. All right, so take a minute to look over this and see if you can understand the data and what it's saying about liberal and conservative views since 1990.
Everybody sheet of paper from the phone.
Remember, on the left of each graph is people who are consistently liberal in their opinions. On the right is people who are consistently conservative in their opinions. And in the middle is people who are like moderate, share a mix of liberal and conservative beliefs. What do you notice here?
It's gone down.
What has gone down?
The graph's gone down.
Okay, are you talking about the median's gone down?
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
so what would that indicate about beliefs?
And most people are like choosing a side.
Yes, okay. So this is, it's 2019 now, this is 2017, but people are more likely to be more extreme in their viewpoints. What do you think that's done to civil discourse and talking civilly to others?
Made it harder to talk about like people like mean about what they want to say.
Right, exactly. Do we see that even sometimes in school when we're talking and having discussions about different topics?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find that it's easier that people, when we start discussing a topic in this class, often already have their opinion set? And have we seen that? Okay, so if you'll go to the next thing, it's an infographic about civility in America by the numbers. Okay, and just take a minute to scan through this and let me know a couple of statistics that are meaningful to you. Do you think that that's something you see? You have friends already, you already know, maybe you never paid attention, but people are just like, well, I don't even watch the news anymore, I don't care.
So 9 in 10 say that incivility leads to imitation, threats, harassment, discrimination, cyberbullying.
Have you experienced, I know you all are young, as teenagers, have you experienced people on social media being ugly or negative about political topics? Really? What are some examples of things that you see people fighting on about?
The Brett Kavanaugh, like those things that, when he was getting his confirmation.
Right. And you saw, even at your age, people were talking about that and expressing opinions. Do you think people's political beliefs colored their opinions of what happened in that case? Like that conservative people were more likely to think because he was conservative, he was innocent, and liberals more likely
just
to
because he had different viewpoints than them, they just were automatically against him.
Infographic, civility in America by the numbers. I wonder if this contributes to your headache. Take a minute to look through these statistics and let me know which ones stand out to you. This is about incivility in America. Civility being formal politeness and courtesy in behavior or speech. I'm going to walk around while you take a minute to look at those facts and be ready to discuss. And then as time permits, sketching them out. How much time you can make that up, and it doesn't have to be a formal cartoon, it could just be like a description. You're good. You'll be able to have a discussion when we get there. All right, any questions? Everything's on here. Discussion, should we be able to policies? Okay, we always agree on anything, but doing this one, see if you can have a discourse here about what you think about this climate survey. And is it not loading in here? Oh,
Well, no, I did, but it's still
You
just
didn't.
white.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm glad I printed it on paper too then.
Mine's working.
Yours is working?
Yeah.
So this is what we're reading, right?
Yes, right. So this is a 12-year-old girl who's
Yeah.
leading a strike. That's pretty impressive, 12. Okay, what statistics stood out to you?
But then it says 9 and 10 say that incivility leads to intimidation and threats, harassment, discrimination, and cyberbullying.
Okay, these are problems. Do you see it on your social media threads? Do people talk about politics at all? Or is
Yeah.
it really? Do you see hostility
No,
in opinion?
opinion, yeah, but hostility, no.
No, good. So you feel like the people that your Facebook, well, you probably don't do Facebook. What do you do? Instagram. So people are able to have civil discussions.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Anything else, Nicholas? Any of these numbers stand out to you?
Well, I did kind of say earlier about not paying attention to politics, and the second thing or in this case, third thing they mentioned is that 53% quit paying attention to politics because of incivility.
Do you think that's part of it? Like it just feels like fighting to you?
Yeah,
Is that why you want to stay out of it?
and also just the general silliness that politics is having recently.
Just general silly. What specifically is like silly?
Just the things that's been stirring up in the government, the trade wars and all that stuff.
Here on Incivility Solutions, it says 58% favor elimination of fake news from the internet to improve civility. Is fake news something that you worry about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you accept everything that you see on social media?
No.
Can't really provide an answer because I don't go to social
You don't
media
use
that
social media.
much.
Do you pay attention to the news, like a TV news site or online news?
I'm not really much of a news check in person.
Okay. I don't know that I was that much in high school either. I really
I only
did.
know stuff from what people around me tell me.
Okay. So you have not seen that much incivility, but these numbers show that even if you're not experiencing your personal life, which probably means you have appropriate friends, that it's definitely happening. So I had you all look at this in advance of this lesson, but here it is. So let's try using civil discourse to talk about some of your topics, okay? So you ready to go? What can you talk about with the border wall? What was the most compelling piece of evidence you found in your research for why there needs to be a border wall?
Because of the outrageous amount of just violent criminal cases that have come from people that had been deported back to Mexico and coming back illegally.
Okay, so that's your number one piece. Do you all have any feelings about the border wall? Is that something you thought about?
I mean, I agree with it to a certain extent because I feel like the violence is a problem, so I feel like that's needed there.
Okay. Did you find anything to show that it would be effective in preventing? Like, will it work?
Yeah. They use an example from Israel, how Israel just had a border wall set all around, and their criminals basically have criminally stopped from other areas, not within Israel.
So it was an effective solution. You have
Yes.
an example. Do you think it would be similarly effective in America?
Yes.
What was the most compelling piece of evidence on the opposing side? Why it would not be acceptable to have this wall?
It said it would hurt the environment within Texas
Okay. So
for a lot
environmental
of endangered
reasons.
species.
Nicholas, have you thought about this issue?
I personally try to avoid as far away from this issue as possible.
Because it makes you uncomfortable?
And mostly because it's just, I don't know, it's a weird subject.
Why a weird subject?
I honestly don't know why.
Okay, well, Joey's brought up like environmental reasons. What about humanitarian reasons? Are there any humanitarian reasons that you've encountered, even if you don't find them particularly convincing? That this is a country that was founded to bring in people, right? The Statue of Liberty, bring this country was founded that all of us here, unless we're Native American, are immigrants.
Yeah.
Is that compelling to you? When do we decide we stop and it's no longer a nation for immigrants?
When the members decide not to, well, when they decide not that they're over our laws and they decide not to follow them.
Is there a way that we can suss out who are criminal elements and who are here in search of a better life?